So I'm about to show you guys something that I think is really cool. I love technology. You know I look like an old man, but I can adapt. My generation came from no technology into technology, and I love it. I was talking to somebody online today, and I was trying to explain my new sound and how do I get it, but without getting too technical. Now, this is not going to be a tutorial. I just want to go through this real quick and show you guys some really cool stuff. And I want to thank Matt. Go subscribe to Matt on whatever he's on. I'll put all his stuff on the screen, like Bandcamp, Spotify, whatever, SoundCloud. I don't know what he's on. I'll put all that on the screen. Matt really helped me a lot with this, and Andrew did too. You'll see where, I have a regular acoustic drum set with microphones. There's microphones all over this thing. On every single drum, there's a microphone. And of course, when I hit the drum, it makes the noise and it goes into the microphone and the computer records it. I can't demonstrate this right now because this is all folded up and stuck here because right now we have no room. This is an electronic drum set. When you hit these, they do not make noise like the other drums. There's no noise. That's the advantage of these, having these in like an apartment. There's something in here called a trigger. It's called a trigger. It is not a microphone. It's a vibration sensor. And they're pressure sensitive, which means if you hit it really light, it'll make a really light sound. If you hit it really hard, it'll make it sound like you're hitting it really hard. And that's all done through the trigger and through the brain. This is called a module. I call it a brain. Some old schoolers call it a brain. It's called a module, drum module. This translates the electronic signal from here, and you can make this sound like anything you want by using this. And you turn it, I'll say like drum 1, drum 2, and it changes the entire drum set. And if you've ever played with electronic drums, you know what I'm talking about. You just keep turning the knob, and you can make this sound like anything you want. You can make it sound like a whistle. You can make it sound like, clown noises. You can do anything you want with these. Because it's electronic and it's a computer, that's how that works. Keep in mind, there's something there called a trigger. So back to the acoustic kit now. You don't have triggers. Now you can buy triggers for these. They lay on here. There's another one I was looking at. They're called R-Tom. They go on here. They actually just push on here, and I could have a trigger. The problem is you still need a drum module. You can't just plug that into a computer. You still need some type of thing to convert that sound into whatever you want. Once it's in the computer, you can do whatever you want. I'm using software that is using the microphone as a trigger. So let's go into this computer over here, the drum computer. Just a quick little demo to show you what I'm talking about, how this works. This is a really good option if you're cheap like me. I'm very cheap. I don't have a lot of money, and I can't afford triggers and a brain and all that stuff because I would need a lot. I have a big drum set. You would need a lot of things. It would cost a lot of money to do this. I have a piece of software in here that was on sale for $50 on Sweetwater. So let's get into this computer and I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. So here we are in Reaper. This is what I record with. This is my multi-track thing that I use for the drums. And I got this piece of software right here. It's called Slate Trigger 2. And I bought this. This was $50. So what this is doing is taking place of the brain on like the electronic drum set, because I don't have actual triggers, and it's using the microphones. So to give you a sample of what's really going on here, I'm gonna record the top snare mic, just the one microphone. I'm gonna clap my hands into the microphone. So let's do that real quick. Now I'm gonna stop that. My first clap was kind of dumb. Hit save. So here's my clapping right here. So what I'm going to do is play that back. I already erased that first clap. It was kind of stupid. I'm going to loop this. There's my clapping. Now it has effects on it because I left them on there from the original, which is some reverb and some stuff. So what you're going to see in this software, there's my clapping. But we're not triggering anything yet. It's not making any noise. So I can go into this piece of software right here. And this is made specifically for drums. I can go in here and I could just choose any sound that I want. Now these are drum sounds. These aren't crazy cartoon sounds. So we'll choose a snare sound. We'll just randomly choose one down here. Let's go for like 7. We're going to drop this in here. That's my clapping. You're listening to my clap making a snare sound, which is awesome. And that's simply through the microphone. So what's happening when I'm playing, when I'm hitting my snare drum, I'm trying to make my snares sound like the songs I'm playing. And I could do this this takes all day. You can like, you don't have to pick one and then leave it there. You could tweak it. I can layer snares. That's what I do. I usually have like 2 different snares going at the same time so it sounds more full. Because this will actually, here's this sound. That's that, and then this one. That's the same microphones. It's like different microphones on the same snare. So now when we play it, that's actually the default of that. So we'll take these out of here real quick. So it's the same with the bass drum. I just choose a bass drum, go in here where it says kicks. Kicks means bass drum. Let's just choose 4. Drop it in here, see what it sounds like. I'm just clicking on this. So now when I hit play, you'll hear my clapping just turned into a kick drum. So this is what I'm doing now to try and get better sounds out of my drum set. It's just right now that I'm at the time of making this video, I'm simply using the snare and the basses, none of the toms or cymbals, nothing. It's just the snares and the bass drums. I'm trying to give it a little bit more oomph to my drum set, and it's really cool. And I'll show you a sample of one of the videos I just finished, the Joe Satriani one. You could see the difference that it really made in my drum set because it wasn't sounding quite the way I wanted it to. And I mean, when in person, this thing sounds killer. This new drum set sounds awesome. I just wanted to make it sound better. So I'm adding the triggers, but it's not all the way. The Joe Satriani song, the snare was all trigger. It's 100% fake. The bass drums were about 90%. I still mix in some of the microphone with it. You can do anything you want with this. This is so cool. I'm having so much fun playing with this. Thanks, Matt, for suggesting this. It's way cheaper than using triggers themselves and getting all that other stuff in here, more wires and stuff. This is awesome. It's just using my current microphones. So that's a quick little explanation of how this software works. And I'm having so much fun with this stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video.